There is a moment in every person's life when they realize with uncertain clarity the people around them have stopped taking them seriously. And the worst part is not that it happened, but that they let it happen without noticing. Respect is not something you demand with words or threats. It is something you build, layer by layer, through decisions that most people are too afraid to make. And here's what nobody tells you. The moment you start trying too hard to earn respect, you begin to lose it even faster. So, what exactly does it take to recover something that feels invisible but affects everything? Your relationships, your career, your sense of self. The first thing you need to understand is that respect was never truly lost. It was quietly transferred to someone who showed up differently than you did. People do not lose respect for others because of a single mistake. They lose it through a pattern of softening their voice when they should speak clearly, of saying yes when every part of them screams no, of tolerating behavior that deep down they know they would never accept from someone they genuinely admire. And this is where most people get it dangerously wrong. They believe the solution is to become harder, louder, more confrontational, but that path doesn't lead to respect. It leads to tension, to broken relationships, and eventually to isolation. The real question is not how to fight back, but how to shift something fundamental inside you that others can feel before you even open your mouth. Because here's what truly commands respect: consistency. Not the kind you perform for others, but the kind you practice when no one is watching. The person who keeps their word to themselves, who wakes up when they say they would, who finishes what they started, who holds a standard in private, begins to carry a quiet authority that no amount of aggression can manufacture. But knowing this is not enough, because there is a specific moment, a turning point that most people miss entirely, where everything either shifts in your favor or slips farther away. And it has nothing to do with what you say. It has everything to do with what you choose to no longer tolerate in silence. Setting boundaries without aggression is perhaps the most misunderstood skill in human relationships. It is not about building walls. It is about being so clear about who you are and what you stand for that others adjust their behavior around you naturally. Not because they fear you, but because they sense that you are no longer negotiable on the things that matter. That shift's subtle, but it is one of the most powerful transformations another person can witness in you. There is also something deeper at work here, something that lives beneath the surface of every interaction. When you respect yourself unconditionally without needing external validation to confirm it, people send it immediately. They may not be able to name what changed it, but they feel it. The tone of your voice becomes steadier. Your eye contact doesn't waver. You stop explaining yourself to people who have already decided not to listen to. This is not about becoming someone you are not. This is about stripping away everything that made you smaller than you actually are. The people who command the most respect in any room are not the ones who demand it the loudest. They are the ones who need it the least because they have already given it to themselves fully, without conditions and without waiting for permission. And the moment you truly internalize that truth, everything around you begins to reorganize. So here is where you stand right now. You have the awareness, and awareness alone changes the architecture of how you move through the world. The path forward is not complicated, but it requires a decision. A genuine, private, non-negotiable decision to treat yourself as someone worth respecting, starting today, starting now, and never again waiting for someone else to do it first. Respect is not recovered through confrontation. It is recovered through transformation. Know your values and defend them calmly. Keep every promise you make to yourself. Stop shrinking in spaces where you belong. And remember, the most powerful thing you can do is simply refuse to be who you used to be.